Welcome to Research Methods course. Uh, so research methods, this is actually a very challenging course. It is one, it is probably the most challenging course that you will be doing in this program. So out of all the courses that I teach here, I can tell you this is the most challenging one. And why is it challenging? Because it will stretch your intellectual capabilities and your skills. So it will get you out of your comfort zone. Like engineers generally like to ask how. How can I make this design? How can I do this? How can I do that? But research is not about how. Research is about like why and what. Like why is this thing work in this way? Like research is mainly or what can we do like to improve like this process? So that is the type of question. It's not like how to do this design, but like what can we do to improve this design or how this process, why this process work in this way and not in another way. And we learn something from this. We develop an understanding, we develop knowledge and for a purpose. So uh, research is uh, about like creating new knowledge, basically developing new knowledge for a purpose, as we will see. And this course, you will see this course repeating in almost all colleges at FGCU. So education, they offer a research methods. The College of Education, they offer a research methods course. The water school, they offer a research method course. And you will find this course is like a repeating course in almost like every college or school has its own research methods course. And uh, there will be some basic elements that would repeat across all these courses, but there will be like unique elements also for each college. So, for example, uh, in water school, for example, or education, the research that they will be talking about will be mainly like basic and applied research, while in engineering, the research is not only limited to like basic and applied research, but it could also include like research and development. So engineering firms, they have the research and development department. Yeah. So that would be, for example, like a unique aspect to engineering. But there would be like a lot of repeating elements. So let's just get started and learn this one by one. Yeah. So this is quote is widely attributed to Albert Einstein. If we knew what it was we were doing, it wouldn't be called research, would it? And this is widely attributed to Einstein, and that basically summarized one core aspect of research, which is exploring the unknown. So research is about like developing basic research that tend to the purpose of this basic research is to extend human knowledge. That would be like basic research. That is generally like academic research, like long-term academic research. It has no clear like commercial value, and the main output of it would be publications, for example. Yeah. Uh, Other type of research would be like to generate a new method or understanding or solve a major problem. That would be called applied research. That is usually like a midterm. It could have a commercial value over like the long term. The main output would be like reports, patents, and also publication. In engineering, a common type of research that you will find in engineering is R&D. You've heard like R&D department in many engineering firms, and that would be like to invent, develop, or improve like a method or a product or an artifact or like solve a practical problem. And the R&D, that is usually like short term. It's like industry oriented and it's direct, and it has like a clear, for example, commercial value. And this course is very general. because the methods that you will be learning, the research methods that you will be learning in this course, you can apply to whether you are doing long-term basic research, applied research, or R&D research. Okay, so let's just give you like a quick like overview of this lesson. So in this, the objective of this lesson, of this getting started lesson, is like you understand like the course goals and expectation. You see the big picture of research method and how this course would be related later on to other upcoming courses, such as the project course or your thesis if you are doing a thesis. So some student will be doing a thesis or some student will be just doing a project, yeah. And that would be this course would be the prerequisite for either or, yeah. And then we will like review the syllabus course structure and like the expectation, and then finally we'll do like a get to know each other survey, yeah. Okay, so let's just get started. So I will start here. The first thing I will start with is participation question, actually, which is what is research? Yeah. Uh, so I already told you something about like what is research in this like short introduction. So research, would be my own definition for it. Is a process for like seeking the unknown to create new knowledge, uh, and to provide answers that are evidence based or to vet claims. That would be like my definition. Like anybody could claim anything, but research is not about like claims, but is we vet claim and provide evidence based answers. That's the main purpose of research. Like you have a technology, for example, and you develop this technology and you should do some applied research, for example, to show that this technology works. So you provide like an evidence-based answer that this technology will work under this and this circumstances, but it will not work under this and this circumstances, for example. So that would be research. But research, yeah, it's a common word. Like it's used in science, engineering, history, medicine. All these people do research. Like the history department, they will have a research methods course, or like the because they also do research. Similarly in medicine, similarly in engineering and science, yeah. And because all these different disciplines, there is this core need to seek or create new knowledge for a purpose. And research, as the word research, as we use it in this course, because research could be also very commonly used word. Like for example, like you want to buy a new car, so you will go like search for different car models, compare their efficiency, compare like their whether you want to buy an electric car or a gasoline car, compare their pros and cons, learn about different models, so on and so forth. This is not the type of research that we are discussing in this course. So like we are not using research in that sense, yeah. But research, basically, we are referring to like structured, like it's not like you googling things for quick facts. This is not the research that we are talking about in this course, but the research we are talking about in this course is like a structured and methodological process of investigation. So that would be the research that we'll be talking about in this course. Like when you do your research to buy a new car, you gather information. But here we it's not just gathering information. The research that when we mean like scientific research is not just gathering information, but it's gathering and critically evaluating multiple sources of evidence. Yeah. Uh, and basically you try to be objective and you verify every claim you make. So it's all evidence based. So uh, I will like leave this question for you to answer. So basically in each module, you will find an exit ticket. And in this exit ticket discussion post, you will provide your exit ticket for each video, but also you will answer this participation question. Yeah, so that's the first participation question. What is research? So try to like Google it, read Wikipedia, use generative AI, and try to learn what is research and just write it in your own language, just as I did now. Yeah, so what is research? So that's, but anyway, so provide your own answer. Yeah. So that is your first participation activity or participation question. Now, what is the difference between engineering design and a scientific research? So engineering design, basically, like you apply existing knowledge to solve a specific practical problem. That's engineering design. For example, like you design a filtration system to remove emerging contaminants like PFAS, for example, from drinking water using proven technology like activated carbon. So that would be an engineering design. Yeah, here. Scientific research would be different. So scientific research is basically to scientific research is you seek new knowledge for a purpose. And as we discussed before, that purpose could be like basic research. Like basic research would be understand how PFAS behave and persist in the environments. That would be basic research. Applied research, for example, that would be, so you see here, understand, like why. You are asking why. Applied research would, so here, like this would be asking how, like how to design this filtration system to this, while here you'll be asking why. Applied research would be evaluate different method to remove PFAS from groundwater in a field. So you came up with your company or whatever came up with a method for removing PFAS, in situ method for removing PFAS. So you go to the field and you try to evaluate or this method and see under what condition will it work, for example. So that would be uh, applied research. R&D, research and development, that would be to develop a technology to remove PFAS, like, I don't know, palladium activated, palladium catalysis or whatever, or air stripping or whichever method, yeah. Technology to remove PFAS or develop a sensor to detect PFAS in real time. So that would be like R&D, and that would uh, so you see, these are so here like R&D research, as I told you before, like uh, many. Here is another example, like for construction management student. So again, the goal is the same: apply existing knowledge to solve a specific practical problem. Example like design and construction schedule using critical path method to optimize project timelines and resource use. So that would be uh, and uh, and engineering design. Scientific research, it is the same. Like seek new knowledge for a purpose. So again, what is scientific research about? It's about seeking new knowledge for a purpose. This portion could be like a basic research. For example, understand how heat exhaustion impact well-being. That was the project of one of the student in last fall. She was studying the impact of heat stress on construction worker well-being, not only at work but after work, how this is impacting their work life, their life after work. And it was very interesting research, by the way, and very interesting finding. Or understand like heat exhaustion on performance. Yeah. Applied research would be evaluating new AI tool on project performance. That was again another research topic selected by one student in the last fall. So what she was doing, she was a new AI tool, evaluating new AI tool on how this new AI tool will help electric construction worker in performing their job better, like doing some testing and evaluation. How could like develop like an AI chatbot, how that is specialized electrical engineering, how it could help electrical construction worker in doing their testing and evaluation on site better. And so they developed a tool, and she was interviewing letting different user use this tool and interviewing their opinion and so how to this tool could be developed. So that's like an applied research. R&D would be like to develop this AI tool to improve project performance. So like the ARD would be to develop the chatbot uh, and you see like here applied research and R&D they could be like very like related. Yeah. Okay. So that would be examples. So you see now here, this is the difference between like an engineering design. Engineering design is mainly about like how to do something, while this one is like why. Okay, so here is your second participation question or participation activity. So that's the title of this one is engineering design versus scientific research. So here identify a research topic of your interest and briefly answer what would be an engineering design solution look like for this topic? What would a scientific question look like for this topic? Which is more challenging, engineering design or scientific research and why? And here's an example. So the topic, for example, that I identified would be like urban flooding. So this is, I mean, this is just a solution, like my solution for this exercise. Yeah. The engineering design would be design a green infrastructure like bioswales, permeable pavement to manage the stormwater runoff for a new development. Yeah. So you use software, ICPR or whichever other software to design like this green infrastructure. Scientific research would be different. Scientific research would be like, because here I'm using existing tool and knowledge to make an engineering design. Scientific research, it's about generating new knowledge or understanding. So investigate how soil and vegetation type affect infiltration rate in bioswales, for example. So that would be scientific research. Okay. Which one would be more challenging? Well, it depends on there's no one answer for this. It depends on my experience and it depends on my skill. So, for example, if I know how to make this design and I did it several times and it became a routine, scientific research would be generally something new, something novel, not a routine task, not something you've done before, not something that you're familiar with. Remember, like the Einstein quote, like if this is something that we already know, then that wouldn't be research or scientific research. Okay. So again, in the exit ticket, try to answer this question. Okay. Why are we learning this? Like, why this course is important? Like, why each college at FGCU has its research methods course, and particularly, or yeah, or why? Like here, like at engineering, we graduate student has to teach this because as you are now doing a master in engineering. You are mastering in engineering, and when you master engineering, engineer need both design and research skills. You need in your undergrad you developed your design skills. Now you have to develop a new set of skills, which is your research skills. So that is basically one reason why we are why we are doing this. Yeah. Another thing is that like you will notice that this research skill will help you to stay updated with new technology and new innovation because again research is about innovation. So in this course I will show you like how to do like literature review and tap into this like scientific research literature uh, to stay up to date and see the state of the art like technologies skills like that we want you to develop in this course. The first one obviously research is seeking the unknown. So the first one would be what innovation, like how to think creatively to develop new technology or like improve an existing one. That is the main skill. Like so in this course, basically what you will be learning is all soft skills, very like these soft skills. That's this course. What is this course about? Actually, like you will see, like in this lesson, there is just soft skill. You'll be just learning soft skills in these courses. And the only way to learn these soft skills is through practices. Like there's not much to teach, but like you learn this through like practice and just through following like the course activities and assignment and participation activities and assignment, you will be able to practice. Yeah. And and as we will talk about later in detail. Yeah. Uh, Second is like critical thinking. So that would be the second skill that we want you to see. So innovation is would be like critical thinking. So critical thinking, this is your ability to analyze and evaluate solution. And you will see this because you will in this course what you will be doing, you will be developing like a proposal, and in the next course, which is the project, you will be implementing this proposal. So you will see how this course will like stretch your critical thinking ability. And then problem solving. So another problem solving using the scientific method. So you know already problem solving using the engineering design approach. Now you will have two methods for problem solving: engineering design approach and the scientific method. And collaboration, because in this course you will be developing a research proposal, so you will work with your research supervisor and you will develop a research proposal. So you'll be working with your research supervisor, and I will talk about this later, to develop your research proposal, which you will implement later in the project course or in the thesis, depending on which track you are doing. And then finally, communication is like how you share your finding and design, like and solution effectively. Yeah, your research finding effectively. Okay, so let's see like the big picture of this course and what we will do in this course and the and its continuation, which is either the research, the project, or the thesis. So in this course, you will understand the problem. So you will first, like in homework one, you will select a research topic that align with your goal and interest. Uh, let me give you first the big picture, and then we will look at details like how to find this topic. Then after you select a topic, you will develop a research question. So basically, you will work with your research supervisor to develop a research question, and there will be lesson on how to move from here to here. And then after you do this, you will write your introduction, the introduction of your research proposal. Yeah. So the main output of this course is a research proposal. So you will write the introduction of your research proposal, and that would be homework 3. So that will be the understanding part. The second part would be the preparing part or the planning part for like the spring semester. Yeah. So you will method development, that will be in homework 4. So again, you will work with your research supervisor to develop a method. That would be the preparation part. And then like final part would be like proposal development. So you'll put everything together. You'll put your introduction, which will have like your research objective and research question. You'll put the method, like the method you will be following to detailed method you will be following to implement like this research objective, and the proposal development, other component of the proposal, like the cover page, like the project summary, like expected results, like timeline and schedule, things like that. Yeah. So that what you will do in this semester. Now in the next semester, or like you you will do the project implementation, and that would be either in the project course or in the thesis. And then the project documentation, like you will document your finding in a report, and and in the presentation also at Eagle X. So you'll be presenting your findings and like your research output at Eagle X. So project documentation, and that would be like in the project course or the thesis. Yeah. So for the project course, you have to present at Eagle X. So and then publish. So disseminate your finding and thesis. So like you'll disseminate this through a report and through an Eagle X presentation, and that would be next semester. So that is the big picture. So in this big picture, you will understand the problem, your research problem, and document it. You will prepare for to execute and publish your research in the spring semester. Yeah, so that basically homework one, this is a graded homework, so I will grade this one. Homework two, three, and four, this is non-graded. These are just like milestone or checkpoint for you to help you to guide your discussion with your research supervisor. Yeah. Uh, okay. And so you can read more about like this big picture here. So let me just click here on this link. So if you click on this link, you will see here, this is the big picture. Actually, this is your reading assignment, like your first, you have to read this. So here, for example, understand, identify research topic. So here it tells you like how to identify a research topic, find the guys. And there will be a lesson about this. So be one whole lesson about this. And then like develop a research question. So these are the related assignments like homework one and presentation one. And basically you read this in details. That will be your reading development. That would be homework four and presentation three. This presentation three, presentation two, and presentation one, these are graded. Homework two, homework three, and homework four, these are non-graded. This is just for discussion with your research supervisor. So basically, this will like this is part of your reading homework, and then the proposal development that tells you the component of the proposal. And next semester you will be doing like you will execute the project implementation, and then you will publish your finding at Eagle X and as a report. Yeah. Some students also they take it a step further and publish their finding in a peer-reviewed publication. That is also some student take this a step further, but that's not our expectation. Yeah, our expectation is that you just uh, do this at Eagle X. Again, I'm not going to go through this in detail because that is your reading assignment. So like in your first reading homework, you will read this and answer some question related to it. Okay. So let's go back to our slides. Okay, now select a research topic. So now this is important. Okay, so please pay attention because this is important. Like how to select a research topic. Supervisor, and you will select a topic which you will be working on for at least 1 year, like 2 academic semesters. Like this semester and the spring semester. This semester is the research method for developing a proposal related to this topic, and in the project course where you implement it. And that's why this course, as I told you, this is the most challenging course in this program, because if you put a lot of effort in developing a good research proposal, the implementation next semester, whether in the project or in the thesis, it will be a piece of cake. It will be easy. So from my experience, a student struggle most. It's not a struggle, like it's not difficult, but it is very time consuming. Like so our expectation, like usually the expectation from graduate student is that for each credit hour, the amount of work at home should be hours of working like homework. But this course could actually be, this is the minimum. So in this course, if you are not, if you willing to spend this minimum amount of like 8 hours of working, that would be challenging. Yeah. Because coming up with a research topic, then keep refining it until you come to a research question. I mean, it is time consuming. Easy or difficult, that depends on how well you will plan for it. Okay, so how to find a project idea. So again, this is your one of your reading assignment, like your reading assignment one. So like you will read the big picture and you will read this in details, but this is my suggestion to you. Please pay attention. This is my suggestion to you to make your life easy. To find a research topic, my first suggestion would be leverage on current work or ongoing project. If there is a project that you are currently doing in work that is like research related, or that could be research related, like for example, you could have like a design innovation, not a design project because it's a research project, but you could have a design project that has like a design innovation, not the standard, not like how to design like this beam and slab. This is a standard, or now not how to do some pre-stressed concrete. This is the standard. This is routine task. But a design project that has like an innovative design or like a research component to it. So that would be the easiest thing because you could be hitting two birds with one stone. Like you will be working on it like 40 hours a week or whatever, like how many hours you work on your job. Plus, it will be count toward your credit, and it will be win-win situation because it will you'll be count toward like credit for this course, and you will help you to do this project in a more systematic way. Or it could be a research project that you are currently working on with any of the faculty. So that would be my first suggestion on how to, that would be the easiest thing. Leverage on current work or ongoing project, something you are familiar with. My This is the most recommended. Like much easier would be seek guidance from a faculty. So go to a faculty member, like whichever faculty member you think is related to your interest, and ask him or ask her for a research topic or a research idea that you can work on. And I'm a groundwater hydrologist. So if you want to do something, for example, related to construction management, I cannot be your research supervisor because that's something that falls outside my area of expertise. So you'll come and ask me, for example, oh, I want to do some energy efficiency for a building, and this energy efficiency, which software should I use? Should I use this software or should I use that software? And I will tell you what, I don't know. This is not my area of expertise. This is something for, I'm a groundwater hydrologist. So you don't want to, so be careful also when you select your research supervisor. You need somebody who can actually understand what you're doing. So so now seek guidance from faculty member and ask them to provide you with projects to work on. So that will come up with your own research ideas. I mean, that could be, I don't know, I don't, that could be also doable if you want to do this. So for example, one student, as I told you, the student who worked on heat stress effect on well-being beyond work, that was her own research idea. Yeah, related to seeing the impact of mine blasting, because we have a lot of mines here in Fort Myers and Naples area, on structural integrity. That was already a project that he was working on in his company, and he leveraged on this one. So only one student, like last semester, did this. Several students, most like so I had like last semester, one student did this, something that he's currently working on. Three students did this, working with faculties, and two students did this, and one of them was she developed her own topic, and the other one the other student was really struggling, even though it was something that he or she was familiar with. Not the heat stress student. The heat stress student, I think she got like the very, like her report in the project course got like the best grade, but it would be could be very struggling. This semester there are like last semester there was 6 students. This semester there are 14 students who are taking this course. So you need to find like a research. You need to find like a research supervisor. That would be my recommendation. Like leverage on current work or seek guidance from faculty. I am a groundwater hydrologist. For example, if you want me to be your supervisor, I can supervise research projects related to groundwater hydrology. I could supervise research project related to environmental data science. Like you want to get like a big data and analyze it using like machine learning, deep learning, Python, whatever. So I can supervise these types of project, yeah. But I cannot supervise, for example, a project related to construction management. That's outside my area of expertise. I cannot supervise, for example, a project related to wastewater management. That fall outside, like how to design, like designing a wastewater treatment plant or something like this, or wastewater management, like designing like that would be something outside my area of expertise, yeah. So please see. So here, for example, so these are some faculty projects. So these are projects that you can already select one of these and start working on. This list will be updated. I'm still like receiving a project from faculty. So that's also find like more details about like each of these projects. Yeah. So you can go here and find like more details about this project. Okay, so you can select one of these projects and that would be like easier. Yeah, that would be easy. Yeah. And so, for example, like you select this project, you'll find also the faculty members, the name of your supervisors, that would be the instructor for this course, for example. Here, for example, the name of your supervisor will be like Dr. Segai, and no problem, for example. Okay. Uh, So you can also select one of these. So that would be option number 2. Okay. So that would be your homework for this semester, is like to try to contact faculty member as soon as you can and try to come up with a research idea. Like try to come up with a research idea anyway by something you're currently working on or by contacting your faculty member. This is very important. This is probably the most important part of this recording. Yeah. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, so that's like select a research topic, and that would be like your homework one. And and we will learn, like we will learn means that you have the available resources and skills to do it, and time. Resources will also include time. Yeah. Okay. So that would be like your syllabus. This is a big picture. Your proposal. This is information about the instructor. Office hour are on Tuesday morning, and or by appointment. So you click on this link and you can select any time to meet with me. I'm usually available from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On weekdays. Okay. The learning objective, again, we went over this. So basically, the learning objective, you will learn how to conduct literature search, come up with your research objective, and document your findings in your research proposals, and document like this, like you're finding a research proposal. So writing is very important, like write a detailed research proposal, develop a data management plan. We will talk about this. Um, and like also oral presentation, develop a clear, concise, and persuasive oral presentation. But also another thing which you'll be doing a lot is critically evaluate research papers and proposals. So you will be working together, like students will be working together, and you will be evaluating each other work. So you'll be evaluating each other presentation and other participation activity. This is a recommended textbook. Recommended means you don't need to buy it. Yeah, if you want to buy it to read more, you can. If you don't want to buy it, this is up to you. So that's me. Recommended means it's not required. Yeah. Okay, so here basically this is a course schedule. So in week 1, so the course is arranged by week. So week 1, so that's the date for this one. Like this is a getting started, like this introduction to research method. So you have like 2 lessons to do, like this is one of them, and then the second lesson will be research paradigm. On week 2, for example, we will continue with module 2. On We will do like research problem, how to come up with a research problem, and research proposal, like the component of the research proposal. And then in week 2 also we will do like literature review, will provide you like an overview of what we will be doing in week 3. Yeah. On week 2, you see like you have uh, 3 due dates. So participation reading, like the big picture and how to find the project like related to here, you will read the proposal outline and the proposal rubric, the rubric that I will use to evaluate you at the end of the semester so you become familiar with what is ahead of you. Yeah. And then the participation log. What is participation? So if you don't have any specific feedback, you can just write like, thank you. You need to record this because that will be graded. And in each video, there will be participation activity. So like in this video, already you've seen like two participation activity, two participation question, which are like the first one was define research, use like with your own terms. And the second one was, I don't know, like to come up with a research topic and say research design versus engineering, research engineering design versus scientific research. And then at the end of each module or a couple of modules, so at the end of like module 0 and module 1, you have to prepare a participation log. So this is instruction on how to prepare a participation log. So for example, video title, uh, oops, I think I provided the wrong link. Let me, so this research method, here we go. Oops. Oh, I think research method. Okay, here we go. That was so here, for example, so that's how your participation log would look like. So you will say like you'll pay. This is the video title. I watched this video on this date. I filled out the exit ticket on this date. Title of I answered this participation question. So the first participation question, what is research? I answered this on August 18. Engineering analysis versus scientific research. I answered this on August 18. Get to know each other survey. I did this survey on August 19, and so forth. Like fundamental of research paradigm. There were like research design, two questions. Here I answered these two questions on this date. And research question, I answer this question, and so on and so forth. So in this example, for example, you will get 40 points for each exit ticket. So here, this exit ticket, this exit ticket, this exit ticket, this exit ticket, and 60 points for answering 6 participation question. Actually, 70 points because here, uh, uh, actually, this should be like here. That should be that. I mean, I will correct this is the typing mistake. That would be because here like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 70 points for answering 6 participation 20 for the video. And so please at the end of and here these are the videos that require like exit tickets. So you see about this. But anyway, let's get back here to our syllabus. So here that would be the participation log. So that you would be participation log for module 1 and module 2. And again, participation log, you just provide like that would be the output. Yeah, that's a sample. Yeah, you provide something like this, you upload it to Canvas, and then you get 110 points. Easy. Yeah. Okay, provided that you did it and you did it on time. If you didn't do it on time, there would be the grade deduction, as I will talk later. Yeah. So here, homework 1, select a research topic graded. So you go here, for example, you will find like an instruction on how to do this homework. So you need to follow like this instruction and follow this rubric. So this homework will be graded. But again, now, how to get an A in this course and how to get an F in this course. So how to get an A in this course, you need to stay on the top of like your assignment. So for example, participation reading number 1. Let's check this on Canvas. Like, so you go here, for example, modules. So participation, like go here, like on Canvas, you get like the student view. Let's look at participation reading number 1. So tell you like how you can get an A or how you can get an F. So participation reading number 1. Yeah. So see like who will be your research supervisor, you see. So now this is some You should start working on this just from week one, from day one in the semester. You should be actively. You cannot uh, answer this question. Who will be your research supervisor? Because you didn't contact any faculty member, you didn't discuss anything. So that's basically, so you will not know how to answer this question, and then you will not get the grade. But if you are on the top of this assignment, you are aware of this assignment before it is due, and then and then you will get an A. Yeah. So basically, consistency and being on the top of the assignments, that's how you get an A. Doing this, I had other courses, for example, that I taught, like in teaching, like advanced engineering analysis. Some student do this, like if this assignment is due on August 31st at 12, for example, like, or 12 a.m., what they will do, they will start working on it at few hours before it's due. That's fine, because I mean the nature of this assignment is that you can do it few hours before it's due. But the nature of this assignment in this course, homework one, if you will do this like this, you should start in week one to work on this homework. Homework two, again, this is not graded, but like this is just a milestone. There is no way on earth that you can do this in 1 week, and that's in few hours or 1 day before it's due. Like these are time consuming, and that's why you have all this time to work on them. So basically, like this assignment, assignment two, you see it is due after where is assignment one? Like assignment one, so you have 1, 2, 3 weeks to work on. So at least for this one, at least you need like 30 hours to do like of work to be able to do assignment two. At least 30 hours of work. That's how much time you need. Okay. Okay, so like here, like so these are basically the module. We will learn how to do like literature review, and then after we learn how to do literature review, you will learn how to write your review, and we also learn about technical writing. Then there will be a method section. We will learn like how to develop your method. We will do some exercise, and then here we there will be an what do you call this? Here there will be lab method, and this lab method will be off campus at the Emerging Technology Institute. I will show you where this is in a minute. And this would be like 2 lessons. Each will be 75 minutes, and we will learn some of these tools based on your interest. I know most of the students in this class are construction management students, and they are not interested in this. So that's mainly for the water student, but that's fine. Even if you are not interested in this, I have an alternative activity for you. Okay. So this would be the method, and then completing your research proposal, like expected results and timeline, title and abstract, data management plan, visualization, publication, quality figure, conceptual diagram and graphical abstract, and then presenting your research paper. That's a very important lesson, presenting your research paper, because I will show you like some skills and techniques that you need to use for effective presentations. So for effective like presentation for like research talks, yeah, and like your engineering projects. So basically you will learn some audience centric technique and slide design, and then at the end all this will be, there will be part presentation. So like these are also some important things that I want to talk about. So research problem, once you identify a research problem, then there will be a presentation one. And here is your presentation assignment. You can read this in details. And this presentation will be like graded as described here. So like this is the presentation week, yeah? When do you upload your presentation? You upload it 1 week before the presentation week. So even though the presentation week is here, you upload it here. So basically, like let's say you'll be presenting, the presentation is on week 5. You upload it in week 4. And so that would be like the upload date would be September 14, for example. And then on week 5, what you will do, you will watch 4 of your classmate presentation, and then you will ask one question. Like for each presentation, you ask your classmate one question, and okay, so that was due the presentation week. After the presentation week, so that would be like in week 6, what you will do, you will answer the questions that you receive. So let's say you will receive at least 4 questions. So you answer the questions that you received and you fill out peer evaluation form for the presentations that you reviewed. So remember, like you will review 4 of your classmate presentation and then you will fill out this form, download this rubric. So that's how you're going to evaluate your classmate. Yeah. So you'll download this rubric, you will provide like evaluation for your classmate. Yeah. And including this one, the qualitative feedback is very important. So you'll provide this and then you will upload this on Canvas. Yeah. And that's how you will get your presentation grade. So your presentation grade, 40 points, and get on Canvas for your peers to read. That would be another 40 points. Yeah. So basically that is that is like, and then you have like 3 of this. The first one, you will present your research problem. The second one, you will present your introduction, and you will where is the third presentation? You will present the method, like what is the method that you're going to use to develop to answer this research question. Yeah. Okay, so basically, and then again, these are milestones, these are homework, not graded. This is mainly for discussion with your supervisor. So here, these are the current simple like participation grade activities account toward your participation grade. So all this presentation and all this participation activities, this will count toward your participation grade, which is 50% of your grade. Uh, Anything in yellow, that's for discussion with your supervisor, not graded, and these would be the 2 final output of this course, like your research proposal, you provide a proposal and you present your research proposal to the class. Okay, now here for the laboratory methods, like it will be from Monday and Wednesday from 4. If you're not interested in this laboratory method, and or you cannot attend because your schedule does not permit. So notify your instructor via lab method. So there will be like a discussion on Canvas, lab method discussion on Canvas, and provide this video and provide link for this video. I will be reviewing this paper and provide like links for this paper, or I will be completing this target reading and show me which reading you will be doing, not just something general, but be specific. I want to show you, I want you to show me how you're going to make up for these 2 lessons. Yeah. The project today, you'll also see here like the project today. Yeah. So the project day, this is just dedicated time for independent or group work with your supervisor, with your course instructor, with your classmate on your research proposal. So that's basically for group, individual or group work. Homework 1, topic identification, that would be graded. Homework 3 and 4, as I mentioned, like research question, introduction, and method, that is, these are just ungraded checkpoints. Yeah. So that basically like this checkpoints to show, to let you know whether you are on track or you're falling behind. So by this date, you should be reach these milestones. Yeah. Otherwise, if you waited until the end to write like your research proposal, you'll get an F in this course, I can tell you. Like if you just waited like 1 week before the research proposal is due to write it down, I can tell you easily you'll get an F in this course. You're not going to pass this course. This is not going to work. That's why, like for this research proposal, you have 14 weeks to do it. So this is not something where you have 14 weeks to do it. No way that you can just do it like in week 15 because you have 14. This is a 14-week work. Yeah. Anyway, the presentation, we talk about the presentation cycle, like before the presentation week, you upload it. During the presentation week, you watch 4 presentation video and ask 1 question each, and then after the presentation week you respond to the question you get and upload your peer evaluation. Please, this upload your presentation 1 week before to get time for your peers to watch your presentation and provide you with feedback. And of course, late assignment policy will apply. One also things, one thing to do, uh, uh, one thing to do, upload client of like one thing I miss. Did I miss anything regarding the presentation? I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all for the presentation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Assessment plan. So participation activities, that's like 15%. So participation activities that include like the exit tickets, the question in each video, the presentations that you give, the reading assignment, other surveys that you will be doing in the course, like SOPI survey, for example, midterm evaluation and things like that. Research project presentation, 25%. And that's why I told you this lesson is very important. Why? Because your presentation here has 25%. So you need to learn these techniques to develop, to deliver an effective presentation. Yeah. And complete exit tickets, they're about like 25 video, I think around this number, a little bit less, I think. Complete participation question in each recorded video. So each video will have like 0 to 3 like per video about this. Complete reading assignment activity. You have 4 reading assignment. Complete all presentation activity. You have like 3 presentation, and generally course survey, like get to know you, midterm feedbacks, student perception of instruction, and so on. And I showed you already like how you document your participation. So each participation activity you have to provide like a log for it. So the assignment itself will tell you. You don't need to worry about this because the assignment itself will tell you. A report and presentation, again, plan ahead. Uh, uh, Plan ahead. If you want me to, like some student, like last semester, before they submitted the final report, they want me to look at it. If you want to do this, I mean, don't send me a full report to review it like 1 or 2 days before the deadline. You have to do it at least 1 week before the deadline. Last minute request, I had like should be only like if you have last minute requests, it should be only limited to specific and legitimate question, not full proposal review or issue caused by ignoring prior feedbacks that you get. Professional collaboration, make sure you collaborate with your research supervisor to develop like a good proposal. Professionalism and growth. So grade reflects professional attitude, maturity, and responsive to feedback and demonstrated improvement over the semester. So that's basically uh, also one part of like uh, written work quality. So here's this, and then you will hear some important links. So this is the proposal outline. You have title, page, project summary, introduction, method, expected result, timeline, reference, and appendix. And then here is, we will learn this in details, don't worry. And then this is the rubric. This is how I will grade you. So focus on core element of the proposal, like integration of course concepts, introduction, method, expected result, and timeline. But part of the grading would be on the writing quality, like cohesiveness of writing, depth, clarity, and rigorousness of writing, citation and course integration, language clarity and precision, and finally would be overall proposal. And see here, each of these criteria, let's say integration of the course inclusion of necessarily component, like the proposal has this component, cover page completeness, title quality, project summary comprehensiveness, and some course quality. The introduction, like data management plan, for example, is provided. So you see here, it's very detailed, like your final evaluation is very detailed. And this sentence, uh, research. By the way, one external reviewer from, I think, Stanford University, he looked at this, he told me this is one of the most clear and comprehensive and effective research rubric that I have seen. Like his expertise is like research method. Like he's an author of a famous textbook about research method. Yeah, and that's the feedback he gave me. So please look take advantage of this resource, and that would be actually your reading assignment too. Is that like you will read this research outline and rubric and do like the reading assignment activities. Because why do I want you to read this? Because I want you in advance to know what's lying ahead of you. Research proposal sample. These are sample from past. This is a proposal sample. So your final proposal should look something like this. This is a cover page. This is a visual abstract project summary. This is a project description, like the introduction. Yeah. So the introduction will end with research question and research objective. This would be the methods section. Expected result, previous support, and timeline. So these are the expected results. So you can see here, deliverables, output, very like we will learn how to do this in a good quality. Yeah. Past student proposal and project. So here, like I provided, so this is what the student did previously, and you can check, for example, like if you go here, their GitHub page, this is a proposal draft. You see here, this is a cover page. This how many pages? Like again, like 10 pages. Yeah. So that's like past. So you can check here. I provided like you can go to their GitHub pages and see that's another one, for example. Where is I don't know if she has here. That's the poster. That's the project. She might not have put the proposal here. Yeah, that's the proposal. Yeah, that's the research proposal. So you can browse through this, but let me show you the main section. Uh, Timeline, contingency plan, and references. Yeah. Okay. So you can check some past like a student project. Let's go back. Where is that? Oh, okay, let's go here. Okay, so let's go back here. And similarly for the presentation, you will find the same thing. You will find here details. Okay, the course policy AI, like if an assignment tell you AI is not permitted, then you should not use AI. Otherwise, it is permitted and it's encouraged to use generative AI to help you in developing your proposal. Uh, Late submission policy. So late submission policies will be 20% per day. Okay, so make sure to submit everything on time. Yeah, in order not to incur. And this is would be strictly applied because. And then here. Uh, uh, And then these are some resources available. So here, this is the surface water, groundwater field lab. So these are some equipment, instruments that we have, which you can also use in your work. Yeah. Okay, and we have also, if you want to do something that's computationally expensive, we have also high performance computing resource. If you need help with writing, which could be the case for some student, please check with FGCU Writing Lab. Okay. Okay, start the videos. This is the videos that I'm currently recording. This is how to navigate through this course, like the discussions. That's where, for example, you'll get to the exit tickets. This is where you will find the syllabus here. Office hours, course schedule, final assessment. So let me see, did I put, I think I will put this here. So the final assessment, or maybe let's do in the, let me go here for the syllabus. I forgot to mention one important thing. In person, like your final presentations, that would be in personal. It would be in Marvin Hall 105 from 5 5:30 to 9. So that is on December 5th. I think December 5th, that's Friday. So Friday, December 5th, make sure that you book this time for December 5th. Yeah, Friday, December 5th from 5:30 to 9. Mark this in your calendar because this will be like in-person proposal presentation. So that's where we will all meet and you will be presenting your research proposal. So make sure that to do this. Yeah. Okay, so let's go here. This is a course schedule. This is a course description, learning objective. But here, the important part is the modules. Yeah, is that like you go to this module. So here I will put like news and current event. So for example, research assistant position. So these are, we are looking for some research assistant to work on these projects, for example, graduate research assistant. This is the verification of attendance for the first class. Now here, this is module. So like getting started, like each week, like research message, like, so this is week one. So this is the activity you need to do for week one, which is like to watch this video. And these are some supporting material. Like if there are some slides, if this is required reading, like the big picture and how to find the project topic. Results of the get to know you survey. I will upload this here once you do this. This is like your reading assignment. So the reading assignment, what is the reading assignment? Like you read these two documents and you answer these two questions. You submit it. So basically, you hit reply, you submit it, and then reply to two peers with constructive suggestion and question. So I want you to interact with one another because you learn better when you learn together and interact with one another. Yeah. Okay. So that is basically, and then like the exit ticket, that would be the exit ticket. And this exit ticket, what you will do in this exit ticket, after each video, submit exit ticket by reflecting on the content and responding to participation question. So you reply here, you will like provide an exit ticket for the video. So you'll say like you provide the video title and you provide your exit ticket and the, like your feedback, like concept or skill you found engaging or so on. You can read this and you answer the questions, the participation question in this video here, in this exit ticket. Yeah. So same for module two. So for week one, you need to do this and you need to do this. For week two, you need to do this and you need to do this. This is the exit ticket for module one. And then participation, like now, participation log, this is for module 0 and module 1. So you do your participation log and we discuss like the participation log. So here, this is an instruction on how. So for example, like your first participation log to get the full mark, which would be 110 points, it should look something like this. Yeah. So you basically, and this, you start the assignment, you submit the file on Canvas. Yeah. So basically, yeah, so that's module one. Here you will find like your reading assignment two, homework one. Homework one, remember, is graded. This is presentation one. So presentation one is related to like the research uh, and so on and so forth. Presentation three is related to the method. And and these are the different module. And here is, this is your research proposal and this is your research presentation, the final output for this course. So I think that's all for like the Canvas. And if you have any question like for me, just put them in the exit ticket. So if you have any question for me about like this video, where do you put this? You go here, the get starting, and then you put this question here for me. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to our, so we did the syllabus and we did the Canvas page. So if you want to read more about engineering research, design method and publication, like you can, this is one book I use, for example, to prepare these slides as a reference. I will upload the results of this survey on Canvas. So like where will that be uploaded? So basically, after you do this, again, you go to modules, research methods like week one, and then you do this. Yeah. So that's all you need to do for, oops, let me go back. That's all you question here. And then for week one, you still need to do like research paradigm. So research paradigm, that's like you have to watch. This is the 25 week. There should be like a total instruction time should be 75-minute class time too. So that's 150 minutes. So each week I will keep this video watching or recording for less than 2.5 hours, like 150 minutes. So like, for example, this video is a little bit long. That's probably will be the longest video in this semester, which is like 120 minutes. And here you have another 7. So I think so that's all. That's all you need to do for week one. And yeah, and see you. And that's my news. The good news is that it is fun. Don't look for this as a burden. Like, research is fun, and by like the main feedback I got from all the student where like who takes this course it's overwhelming for them at the beginning, and they struggle a lot at the beginning because it's basically you are stretching your intellectual and mental capabilities, but by the end of the semester when they look at their outcomes they said, wow, I don't believe that I did this. That's great. Yeah. So yeah, so that's, I think that's it for this, and like see you in the next video. Bye bye.